Yeah, disappointed. As I said in the post-match, I believed coming here that we're a strong enough team to compete with England, and we've done it everywhere we've gone. Even at times when we haven't had the strongest team on paper, we've found a way to compete with the strong teams out there. In this series, we haven't. I think, firstly, from a batting point of view, where myself included, we weren't where we needed to be. England was a really quality bowling attack, and we knew that the series was going to be won and lost there. How we played the likes of Jimmy and Broad, and they were exceptional. And obviously, losing Vern for pretty much half the series was always going to be a tough one. He is in these conditions on par with them. So yeah, very disappointed in the way that we've played. We're a better team that was playing the last month or so in Test cricket. I thought at times we competed really well with the ball, and the bowlers put their hands up. Morne had a great series. We fought in the field. It was just a couple of chances here and there that we let ourselves down, and even on a matching unit from a batting point of view, we did that. I thought their batting lineup pretty much the same as ours. They fired and misfired for a lot of the times, but there was always one guy that just took the game away from us, and we didn't have that one guy. For us to have won, to compete, to win a Test match, you need Vern. Let's be honest. You need your best players. Duanne bowled really well this game, but Vernon is on a different level when it comes to. He's one of the world's best, probably the world's best in swinging and seaming conditions. And surprisingly, the conditions this last 4 Test matches has been a lot of seam movement and a lot of swing movement. So not to have him here was very frustrating and disappointing. The last time we spoke before the match, I said to you, just going to do a small fitness test, but I'm sure you'll be fine. So when he woke up the next morning, his back was stiff. Yeah, so with that frustration, there comes a challenge for Vern. Vern needs to work on his fitness. Yeah, it's happened too often that he doesn't play a full series, and I've spoken to him about that, and he's accepted the challenge that he needs to improve that. I can't use that as an excuse. As I said, we're used to having the question marks on the coaching staff. They have been brilliant. They haven't been sidetracked with what was going on. It's purely the players didn't perform as well as we should have, and it's disappointing in a way that if it ended as Russell and his coaching staff, if it ended with him, this was a disappointing way to almost give them a send off. They were a crucial part of what we've been doing the last while, and we didn't play well this series. We didn't come here planning for JP to be dropped. We were hoping that he did well. He's a guy that can play those X-factor innings, and he has done a few of them. But as I said, he knows consistently he wasn't putting the numbers together. The change you made with Quinton going in at 4 was one of when you get an opportunity to transfer pressure back into the England team. He is the one guy that can do that. And he did that in that second test. It was probably a match-changing innings, the way he played on a green top. No one else would have been able to play like Quinton did in that game, and he got valuable runs for us. So it worked really well, that game. From a consistency point of view, something that definitely I learned over the few games that was played here, that at times your number 4 is going to be asked to play the way that the team wants him to play. And I think Quinton is a guy that needs to play the way that Quinton wants to play for him to be most effective. So in conditions like this, when the ball is moving around, I think it's better for Quinton to come at 6 and 7, like your Bairstows and Ollie's and Stokes, and they can just come in and play their natural game. And almost when you got 6 or 7 wickets down, they can just play freely and put pressure on the opposition. Temba, for me, I think technically he's probably our best player. Myself, Hashim and Temba technically, I think, has got really sound techniques. I love what I see in Temba's character. I think he's going to be a good leader for us in the team, and I'm a big believer that if you see that in someone, that you give them responsibility, because that will bring the best out of them. So the way Temba batted in the first innings was remarkable, you know, on real challenging conditions. He was the best player. So for me, that says that he's got the capabilities of being South Africa's number 4 for a long time. Yeah, so the learning for the batting unit will be important from this series, and we obviously know that there's holes that we need to fix. Heine didn't do as well as you would have liked. He's a quality player, so we need to look at that. And just from a balance point of view, once again, six or seven batters is always the question for us.